just taking a good look at myself, I realize that I have been lying to myself. Hey there, busy bees. It's me, B, from Mama is Busy, and I want to talk to you about something that is dear to my heart. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in. I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel where it's all things God, all things planners, all things business, and all things about being busy, wearing all the hats, and juggling and doing it every day with grace. All right. So hit like if you're my regular smegulars, and please comment down below. All right, let's get into it. So I just need to be honest with you for a minute. Okay, I realize I had a moment of truth with myself, and I realized that I had been lying to myself. And the funny thing is, I really didn't want to admit it. Okay, I've been lying to myself about me having my schedule under control, me doing work in the businesses, just lying. And when I really started to sit down and look at my planner, I found out, girl, everything you think you're doing, you're not actually. Say this, it wasn't a big, dark lie. It was a little lie, okay? It was a little lie. And there's no such thing as a little lie. A lie is a lie. Here's my planner. And when I really started looking at the things that I said I was going to do in the course of a week, in the course of a month, when I really started looking at it, I wasn't doing. What I was doing is really majoring in the minors. So I was doing the little things, but I wasn't doing the big things that actually will cause me to see results. Ugh. See, I was being intentional, and I was doing some of the stuff that I would put down in my planner, like I said before, but I wasn't seeing the results because I wasn't doing the big things like majoring in the minor, but I had to turn it and start majoring in the major. And one thing that helped me see that I wasn't doing it is being truthful to myself, and not allowing myself to continue to walk in a fleshly realm, because that's what a lot of this is about. Doing whatever your flesh desires. And I had to stop that. And like I said, I had to be truthful to myself. So what that looks like is I had to really, really start pushing myself. One thing I learned is that my alarm clock was lying to me. Let me rephrase that. My alarm clock wasn't lying to me. I was lying to myself every time I hit the snooze. Now, I always prided myself of getting up at 4 in the morning and felt good about doing the normal thing about working and doing what I love. But the reality was, let me just go back. I love the fact that I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning and worked, and I would do so much in the time. But the reality was, I wasn't getting done the things that really, really need to be done. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but just different words. Okay. I was doing what I wanted to do, but not the things according to God. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. Here I am asking God to bless my business, and He's saying, yeah, I will if you do what's required. And the simple things that are required is the actual work. So I get up, I'll do the social media part, but the creative part I leave for another day. So if my planner said to create something on Canva, I'll find something else to do, because while I'm catering to my flesh, doing what I want to do, I'm not doing what I actually need to do, being practical. So how could God bless a business that you're not working, you know? And I just started watching what I do. Yeah, and we're so quick to point out everything others do. But start to watch what you do, and you'll find out that you're lying to yourself. You're letting yourself off the hook. Every time you hit that snooze button, you're lying to yourself because you set the alarm to say you were going to get up at 4 a.m. And here it is 4:50 because you hit the alarm. You hit the snooze 7 times, okay? I decided to stop lying to myself. I had to be real. What I did was, okay, you don't get up at 4. You struggle to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning the way you used to. So with that being said, don't get up at 4 o'clock. Set a realistic time, okay? And the truth is, you got to get up. So that put me on the struggle bus. Because, girlfriend, I was not, even though I set the time. So I went from 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh, I'm going to do 5. But I did that before and it didn't work. So my dog's going to start barking. They heard somebody living their best life outside. So what I did was I set it for 6:30 because I'm already up usually at 6:30 and comfortably up at 6:30. Now, I used to go to bed at like 9 o'clock, and that would allow me to get up. But because I'm going through menopause or have gone through menopause or whatever it is nowadays, I don't sleep well all the time. So here, I would go to bed sometimes at 1:30 in the morning and try to get up at 4:30. 4:30 in the morning, now I told myself the truth, gave myself some grace, that same grace that I extend to everybody. Oh girl, you're going to be okay. God gonna bring you out of this. I turned it on myself. Okay, what time could you really get up? So comfortably, I can get up at 6:30 in the morning and start my day. Now, within that time frame, I have to pray, I have to do my devotional, read my Bible, just, all of that, and then work out. So, okay, from 6:30 to about 8:30, 9:30, that's good. That I need to get my shower because I set a time where I'm going to be working and doing my content and doing all of that. So with that being said, I set my time at 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's about the time my husband gets home from work. And within that hours, I can do my work. I can work on the stationery business and also work on the Party Palace business, the venue. And then even in that time, I give myself a little lunch period. If I want to make a phone call, then let me tell you, my flesh has been fighting me since I started doing this, because you have to understand, your flesh don't want to do what makes sense. But when God tells us to count up the cost, when God tells us to start doing specific things, then we have to do it, especially when we're asking God to move on our behalf. Like, I'm praying God bless my business, but then I'm not doing what I should be doing. If I work in consistent routine and doing it, I will see a change. But God is not gonna bless no mess. If I'm just, today I'm gonna work on this and tomorrow I'm gonna work on the next week. Listen, when I went to go on my, I'm being honest. When I went to go on my website to check if I had orders, I couldn't get in. I could not get on my website. You know why? Because I hadn't checked it in a week. And I forgot how to get on. Oh my God. I forgot how to check the actual website from my dashboard. And I'm not telling you this to try to embarrass myself or to make myself look bad. I'm telling you this because this is reality. Sometimes we get ourselves in a rut, but God can help us get out of it. So I had to start structuring some things so that wouldn't happen. And the funny thing is, I'm sick of the start over, but I had to start over. And I feel like I just did this a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, so I had to start over again. But this time when I started over, I didn't start over with new. I started over where I started from. Meaning, I didn't create another system. What I did was just use the system that I had in place. So part of my work is to check to see if I got orders twice a week. Now I had that set up, but like I said, I hadn't been doing it. So with that being said, I had to go back where I started from and do that. So eventually I did get on the website and I was able to check to see if I had any orders. Guess what, y'all? No orders. But why would I have any orders? I hadn't put it anywhere on social media. I hadn't done anything. So I haven't talked to anybody about what I do. So how would I have orders? Okay. To much is given, much is required. The Bible in Colossians 3, he says it over and over again. Do every job as unto the Lord. But girl, I ain't doing nothing. I haven't been doing nothing. I've been working the Party Palace, my venue, but I haven't been working the second business. But I'm asking God to bless. It's going to be a long and drawn out vlog because I just have what I want to give you. I want you to use it. So I'm not going to talk forever, okay, about it, because I want you to get what I'm saying and then apply it. So I have 2 tips that I want to leave you with. Okay, one is tell yourself the truth without beating yourself up. Okay, that same grace that you give to everybody, like me, you give so much grace to everybody, but turn that grace inward and give it to yourself. Okay, growth starts with honesty. Instead of saying I'm just overwhelmed, ask yourself, am I overwhelmed or am I avoiding structure? I had to be real with myself. No, girl, you are avoiding structure. And I had to realize the reason why I'm behind because I'm not doing what I set up. So I was lying to myself. I set this up, then I'm just not doing it. And I have every excuse of the reason why I wasn't doing. You created the system, do it. Okay. We're going to give ourselves grace. But we're not going to give ourselves a pass every time, okay? So be true to yourself. Tip number 2, write it down and track it. If it's not written down, it's just a thought. And let's be honest, you have one life. You only need one planner. Stop with 4 and 5 planners because you're going to forget what you wrote in planner A when you look in planner C. So just one life, one planner. Put everything, if you're going to put it on your phone, put it on your phone. If you're going to put it in your planner, I love a good hand planner. It's big, but I can carry it with me wherever I go. I got a cute little jacket for it, and I carry wherever I need to go, I carry it with me. So write it down so you can track it. If it's not written down, it's just a thought. That's just like vision. Write the vision and make it plain. If you don't write it down, it's just a thought. One thing I'm learning is that real productivity leaves evidence. And I love that little check. That little check. She gets it done. Check. I did it. Check. That's the evidence. Your schedule, your tasks, your goals. Write them down so you can see where your time is actually going. And when you start tracking things, you'll stop guessing. What's next? What should I do? You have it already written down. A little task book, because sometimes I do my little stickies. I'll pop a sticky. If there's tasks that I need to do and I didn't write it in, okay, let me put it in the sticky, pop, and put it inside my planner. So when I go to open my planner, okay, I need to do dot. And this is the last thing, and then I'm going to leave it alone. It's do the small things consistently. Okay. The scripture says, despise not the day of small beginning. Something like that. I'll link it below, but the scripture talks about small beginnings. Do the small things consistently. And when you think about your goals, you have to make little steps to complete goals. It's not just one great big step and that's it. No, it's little steps. You want to eat right, you start tweaking one thing. Little. Hey, today we're going to add vegetables. We never eat vegetables. But today we're going to eat vegetables. Tomorrow we're going to eat vegetables. Before you know it, you're eating vegetables on a regular. Okay? Don't wait for the perfect routine, the perfect day. Just do it. And I am a perfectionist, and I'm learning. As long as I'm doing it, it's great. It may not be perfect, but just go ahead and do it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I wasn't going to keep you long. I just want to encourage you, no more excuses, no more pretending. You've got to be honest with yourself, busy bees. The moment you are real with yourself, the real progress can begin. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. I'm going to skedaddle.